North Carolina's first snow of 2017. So, the plan to make water garden go between these two posts up here and going to put a solar pump here, let the water go up, fill the bottles, come down into a trough and recycle. So this is a good day to work on cleaning up the bottles. Okay, so the first part of building your vertical wall garden is getting the resources and picking the correct bottle for what you need to do. Now, I've seen other wall gardens and they use the regular 2-liter bottles. And the advantage to these are, one, they're cheap. You can get generic soda pop or soda or Coca-Cola, depending on where you're from, for less than $1 a bottle. So these are pretty easy to get. Stickers come off pretty easy as well, and there's really not much to drill through here or to make your hole for where the plant goes in. I prefer these bottles that come with V8 Splash. They're not as large as the 2-liter bottles. You definitely get more volume than 2 liters. These are just they're 1.89 liters, so just a little bit under the 2 liters. However, they are made of a stronger plastic, and they have like this grip sort of thing to them, and the area where the label is a perfect area to cut out for where the plant goes. So that's why I prefer these. And of course, the biggest advantage over these than the Coke bottle ones is the spout area for the water drainage. There's other bottles that are similar to this. White House apple juice ones. They're about the same size as these ones. A little more space down here. I think I prefer the funnel more, so it is funneling down into there. And then the generic apple juice one. And it doesn't have as smooth a funnel, but still has the same similar shape as the Splash bottle does. It's just personal preference, and of course we go through at least one of these a week, so that also helps. And these sell for about $2.50 for that. Obviously, if you have resources, you can ask people if they drink this and get it for free or whatever. When you're storing these up, make sure that you clean out all of your splash that's in here after you finish, because if you don't and you put the cap on and everything, you'll end up with growing mold inside of here, which isn't really too big of a deal, but just one more thing you gotta fix. So the first step we need to do is get rid of the labels on either side. And before you do that, make sure you prepare your surface so you don't mess up your wife's nice sewing cabinet that you bought her, and because that would not be good. First thing I do is remove as much of the label as I can, And the reason I do this is because, one, the next step is pretty messy, and two, by removing the outer label as much as possible, it'll help wet the area that has the glue on it. And it seems like these things are on at different levels of glueness. There's I guess a saying about getting a Wednesday car from the car companies. You know, that was like the workers were partying all weekend long. They were still hungover on Monday. They started getting back to their job on Tuesday, and they're really into it on a Wednesday. But then Thursday they start thinking about the weekend, and of course on Friday they're just already out to lunch. They're not even paying attention to what they're doing. So if you got a Wednesday car, it was most likely put together better than any other days of the week. So it seems like the labels, even though they're not hand glued on here, these are machines that are doing this, but somebody has to make sure the glue is correctly in the label, on the label. Some of them are on there a little bit better than the others. Now all I'm doing is, after I got to this part, is dipping it into a bucket full of, was hot water, now it's warm water. I've already done 30 bottles, and what I found is you just can stick them in there for a while, and I put about 3 in at a time, and usually by the time I was done getting the labels off on the first 2, third one was pretty wet to the point where the label was just coming right off. And as you can tell, I put the top back on because this water gets kind of junky, and you don't want to have to do another rinse out of inside the bottle after you're done with all this. Basically, see, the part that's kind of having a little trouble coming off still had some of the main top label on it, so it wasn't getting soaked all the way through. That's pretty much all the way gone. So, a pretty simple process. Like I said, it's just hot water, warm water that I'm using in my bucket over here. No soap or anything like that. And you can tell when there's nothing left sticky on here. I'm getting a little fogging up because of the temperature difference between inside the bottle and outside the bottle. Now, the next step will be drilling a hole in the bottom that will fit the other one in here. And what I want to do is I don't want to drill it bigger than the bottom ring, the bigger ring. So I want to be able to push it in there and have this ring hold it on. And I'm going to also, you know, some of the examples I've seen that they only have the one bottle and it holds up the rest like that. And I'll probably be able to do that. But I just want to take an extra precaution, and I'll be making sure there's extra support on each of the rows. And then, after I drilled this hole, because this is the more, you know, harder hole, and I want to have a good secure platform to drill in that. I'm going to drill a large hole, probably a 4-inch hole in the side here. And what I want to do is, that the bottle's going to be up like this, the water coming down, and then collecting in here. I want to put the hole up here far enough that I have the most amount of medium in the roots section, so the plant can come out and grow out of the hole, and still provide a little bit of a greenhouse effect here inside the bottle, as it traps condensation and stuff and re-waters, and the water goes down. So that will be the next step, is to get the drill out and start drilling the bottles. Like I said, right now I have 31 of these bottles, 30 bottles, and we'll see how many it'll take to build the water wall. And don't forget to clean up your mess to make the wife happy afterwards.